NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And Lance now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9 now. Touchdown! That's caught. Kendrick Bourne with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On play action, Lance gets this one to Juszczyk.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And this one is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Someone sharp in this game. We had a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Now a play fake. Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. They'll set up to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. They'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 43. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Here's second and 10. Now Lance. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This one caught out wide by Landry.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this lines up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Drops it off for Chubb. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Facing short yardage on 3rd down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league, and that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running, and the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the...
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Scotty Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Trying to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've done before, and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a couple. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lance again. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he takes this one big into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's learn together.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense.
Oh, my goodness, bro.
To try to make up for it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15.
Nice. Faster.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance, right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. But it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Line of scrimmage with 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. And they'll go for it. Lance.
Let's go.
Trying to get it to Samuel, but it's
intercepted.
Picked off by Denzel Ward.
Ah.
They're going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They're going to look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Get the doggy so clean. Playing in the back is so much fun.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Playing in the back is so much fun.
They'll set up a throw.
Play in the back.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
What can we use
That
to
was a
tie
route
up the
run not
dog?
just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
Yeah.
Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Nice and warm.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts? No, not at all.
He's going to dump this off to his running back Hunt. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30. Returns on the Browns.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Taking it about the 1. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. The ball comes out. And now
Oh my goodness, bro. The ball did not stay in bounds like that. Wow. That's crazy.
About that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season. And that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed, it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on
Throw
it,
that piece of the coverage
Peyton
on right
Manning,
there.
Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Fred, I got to.
That's a big pickup on first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rolling to his right. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a play fake here on first down. And his incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing a 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He's going to take another shot here. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll look to set up his blockers. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Oh, man, shit, my old lady really helped me with some shit right there. We're trying to see if there's good with the help.
Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Yeah.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he
I'll let you know.
To catch it, or no one was.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 2.
All right. Yeah.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Running right through him. He's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 89 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play. Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Lance now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted the third time. Taylor Thompson picks up. Well, this has been a bit of a tough time to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal
Break that tackle.
Balance everything. You feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Looking to throw. It's caught by Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they... Oh, and now look at this. Big game, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again with Chubb. Down at the 2. The first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line.
Are you okay with it? The question.
We'll see if they want to keep
I'm okay with a lot of people knowing why I don't need shit. That's assuming that everybody's a robber or a killer or a criminal or something, right?
To throw here. And it's caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. So as you said earlier, this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that.
You the boss.
It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Now a big impact on 1st down. From the 27th, Lance. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go. if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
He's got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Big play there for the Niners. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
No, it's 3:30. He's looking at Eastern time. I'm in the fourth quarter.
Here's Lance to throw it. This one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about the defender running with the receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Sliding out of the pocket. Going for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock.
See it right here?
It's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guy...
wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
That boy Scotty Miller 4 yards away from 1,000 yards.
2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
They did, it worked. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Given 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, Sermon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah able to run him down for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Lance now to throw. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one is going pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Go team.
Yeah, he's on.